Hello, you're welcome. It's our 12 p.m. show, and we're going to talk about three most important things at this point of time. The first thing will be definitely about, is Chepauk the fortress? We kept on calling it the 66 or maybe 68 percentile, the best home record. When you talk about Chennai Super Kings at number two, it's Mumbai Indians, and at number three, it's Rajasthan Royals. So Savai Man Singh, Wankhede Stadium, MA Chidambaram Stadium, we basically call them fortress because of a particular reason. But I think last six games, Chennai lost in a trot as far as Chepauk is concerned. Punjab kept on winning in Chennai. No Mahendra Singh Dhoni, no Draval Brevis. We can see a lack of experience in the batting lineup. I don't know what we can call as far as the bowling is concerned, because there are fairly experienced bowlers. So we definitely talk about that, what lies ahead for Chennai Super Kings. When is MS Dhoni coming back? Obviously, we have Shamik Da, who knows, quite a good as far as Chennai Super Kings, the franchisee, is concerned, and how they operate, what's their plans. And I still remember that breaking he did just before the auction day, and he said that Sarfaraz Khan will be someone who will be in the radar of Chennai Super Kings. And look what he did yesterday. Sarfaraz Khan, Ayush Matre, and apart from that, the way Shivam Dube batted. So we're going to talk about that. And obviously, it's the first day as far as double headers are concerned. So we also look at the double headers, the Mumbai Indians and the Delhi Capitals, and apart from that, Gujarat Titans and Rajasthan Royals. But Shamikda, let me start with you. What's going wrong for Chennai Super Kings? We know about that. There is a transition. We also know that there is a lack of experience in the batting lineup, but only two overseas players. They are going with only two overseas players. That's a rarity in IPL. And then the bowling lineup. What do you make of it? All of these things. And when is
Uh,
Dhoni coming back, sir?
I think Dhoni will be missing the first half of this IPL. The first half of the latest, I think not before mid-April, he would be in a position to play. Very likely by mid-April, and then he will have to develop his match fitness. So we have to see, Chennai Super Kings will have to adjust to the fact that they will have to live without MS Dhoni. His playing time is all but over. This is in all likelihood his last season as a player. So it is all but over, and they need to get out of Mahendra Singh Dhoni's shadows. I mean, otherwise the transition will not happen. The thing is that this transition, as far as I'm concerned, and via my conversations with the Chennai Super Kings people, they are looking at it at least a 2 year process. It is not that
Okay.
it will happen overnight, and transition
Yes.
doesn't happen overnight, because
Hmm.
the focus this time around was to build a good core as far as batting unit is concerned, and the
Hmm.
next season they will look into the bowling unit, because if
Okay.
for any team, transition doesn't happen overnight. Missing out
Hmm.
on Nathan Ellis, it's a big blow, and
Hmm.
they have been suffering from that. And basically, what the bowling that is on display, you win nothing with that kind of a bowling, because you are constantly releasing pressure. Yesterday,
Yes.
12th over, yesterday 12th over, a wicket fail. The next over, two sixes were conceded. The next
Hmm.
the over after that, Noor Ahmed conceded only 5 runs. Then Matt Henry came and he was clobbered all over the park. Once again, the pressure was released. So from
Hmm.
that, and their investment, maybe they had reasons. Breaking the bank for Prashant Veer and Kartik Sharma, but
Yes.
it's a heavy cross to bear. That was serious amount of money. Whether, still very early days, just two matches. Going
Yeah.
ahead, they look at Prashant Veer as Ravindra Jadeja's replacement, and once again, it still takes time. Maybe next year they will have a new captain also. Let's see how it, because this season is Sanju Samson's bedding in period, because he cannot be given the job straight away without having the required bedding in period. So I will not be surprised if next season they will have a next captain also. Let's see how it pans out. But overall, they are looking at it as a 2 year plan in terms of transition.
Okay. Bharat, one more thing is in context at this point of time, that they only have two batters as far as overseas players are concerned. And in that two batters list also, they are not like to like. Means you can't say Matt Short is a like to like for Draval Brevis. So now when you have only two overseas batters, I don't think that any other franchisee, means other franchises have four overseas batters. There are a like-to-like replacement also. But if a Brevis is injured, you can't play Matt Short. One, the batting position part, and the second thing is obviously his lack of application as far as playing spin is concerned. Do you think that there is also a point where they are in auction, lag how to build a team around overseas players, mainly the batters? So do you think that there is a problem there?
Yeah, of course, it goes back to the auction only. I will extend it to the bowlers as well. I will come to that point about bowlers as well. But even
Okay.
if you look at the batters, as you noted, see, Brevis is very much a powerful player against spinners. He's someone who can play a lot of shots down the ground. He's very much, I think, if you are picking 11, you would look at Brevis at number 5 or on those lines where he can come in and smash those spinners. Even against pace bowling, if it is medium pace, he can go after them unless it's some tall fast bowler who can get that bounce. So Matt Short is Sabar is very much a different kind of player. He's grown up playing in Australia. He's grown up playing against fast bowlers, especially against spinners. He kind of struggles. One has seen that not just now. Even if you go back to his under 19 days, Matt Short was known as someone who struggles against spin bowling. That has just continued. So it's a different kind of batter. So there is no real backup, not just in batting. Even if you look at their bowling department, they have not really got it right in the auction. See, if you're going to prepare these flat tracks at in home conditions, then there is no use of picking Kamboj or Matt Hendry. Both of them are seam bowlers who like that little bit of grass. If you're going to pick them in the auction, then you need to leave a little bit of grass in the surface. That is when I think they will come into the equation. But otherwise, there's no real reason in picking them. So if you look at some other teams as well, look at someone like RCB, they have tall fast bowlers. You look at LSG, they have tall fast bowlers. Gujarat Titans, they keep picking the tall fast bowlers. But CSK, even if they pick someone like Hazelwood in the past, I'm saying in the past, or now for the matter, Jamie Overton or Spencer Johnson, uh, tall hit fast bowlers, they don't necessarily pick them in the 11 either. So I think there's a problem with how they built the squad in the auction itself. Because if you're going to prepare this kind of conditions, and if you're going to play Kamboj and Matt Hendry, then it's going to be a massive problem. So in the batting department as well as in the bowling department, I think they somewhere got it wrong in the auction.
Gargi, just one last thing on this part, then we'll move on to the previews. But what do you think? What can Chennai do from here onwards? Obviously we all know that if MS Dhoni will be back, there could be certain differences as far as how they are rotating their bowlers, or maybe a bit of field placements. But I don't think that his comeback only will give you a complete assurance that from there onwards Chennai can win this, because the kind of bowling, the kind of batting, and most importantly, the way Chennai is operating at this point of time as a team, it's not looking like the champion mindset or the planning or the strategies. So something is wrong as far as all the departments are concerned, and it is very much visible there. According to you, what they have to do, means your points, how can can get back onto the track?
I think it's never black and white with the kind of transition that CSK are having at the moment. When you see the way that the Chepauk pitch has also evolved, I think the squad has failed to evolve with it. Before we used to see this kind of spin heavy track, and there CSK built a squad around it. They assembled a spin orchestra. They had a Ravindra Jadeja, they had an Imran Tahir, they had a Ravi Chandran Ashwin, and at that point, with MS Dhoni also at his peak, with his tactical brilliance, they were able to make best out of whatever conditions they had. But then after that, I think now that we are going back to, as Shomik rightly pointed out, right, that back in the 70s or 80s, this is the kind of Chepauk pitch that used to be there, much more flatter, and not a spin heavy deck. I think oppositions have also figured them out. This team in transition, there's obviously a hole when we talk about leadership as well. It's not easy filling MS Dhoni's boots, and all of the points that Shomik and Bharat also talked about. That this is i- it's a process. I don't think that one season will be enough for them to sort of go back to what they used to be. Obviously, MS Dhoni is in the squad at this moment. He can contribute as much as he can from the dressing room for the first half of the tournament. But then again, if your squad is something that does not suit your home conditions, then there's not much you can do. I think the auction is where CSK sort of went wrong. If we look at yesterday's game as well, there were a lot of tactical errors. Shivam Dubey is being sent at in the power play, and this is a point that I brought up yesterday in the post match as well, that you would have expected him to hit more, but he just ended up playing a very anchor role, uh, uh, which I did not understand. And if you compare a CSK with a team like Punjab Kings, who have the batting power, batting firepower, and the depth, that's the kind of squad that CSK needs to build in order for Chepauk to be a fortress once again. That's what I think.
And
No,
Gargi also, sorry for the interruption, Rohit. Gargi also surprised coming after Kartik Sharma. That was
Yeah.
actually Rohit. The problem is that Ruturaj Gaikwad. I have nothing against him, and I like him as a cricketer, but he sort of doesn't inspire confidence as a captain. Um, Maybe I mean it is very very difficult to step into MS Dhoni's shoes, but you have to be a little more proactive on the field even in the penultimate over when there was an opportunity to take a review. It was Sanju Samson who was pointing out to the bowlers that two reviews left, you have to take it. And Ruturaj Gaikwad was standing sort of motionless. That's how. So, I mean, so many times we have seen when MS Dhoni was captain. Suppose 17 required of 12 balls, and MS would just play mind games. Ravindra Jadeja was bowling, he would stop him in its tracks. Just,
Hmm.
just cosmetic things. He would try to move the sweeper cover a deep mid wicket. He would actually do nothing, but he will break the rhythm of the batsman. He will have to play those mind games. So, from that point of view, Ruturaj Gaikwad so far hasn't inspired confidence as a captain. He is going through a learning curve, but I don't know. I mean, captaincy, he is Maharashtra captain, I know, but let's see how it pans out. Otherwise, they have a captain to fall back on, and that is Sanju Samson. Not this season, but maybe next season.
That could be a possibility we can discuss. But two other games today. It's the first day as far as double headers are concerned, and one more team as far as conditions are concerned, not did really well in last season was Delhi Capitals. They did really good as far as an away team, but they didn't did very well as far as coming back to Arun Jaitley Stadium and playing here. So Shamikda, as per Delhi Capital versus Mumbai Indians, do you think that Mumbai is too strong as far as Delhi is concerned? They are still waiting for mid Stark. They are still waiting for to get certain kind of performance which they needed as far as their top order is concerned. Just one game, but what do you think about this particular game, this particular encounter?
And Mumbai Indians are even stronger now. Now that Mitchell Santner has joined
Santner
the
is back.
squad,
Yes,
Mitchell
yes.
Santner is back, and he will be. I mean, he would be available for selection. In the first game, they played Allah Ghaznifar, and he went for plenty. But once again, it was a very, very batting friendly track, and he was making his IPL debut. So for the youngster, we have to cut some slack. But having someone like Mitchell Santner, who is New Zealand captain in the shortest format, and of his quality and experience, that is on paper, I mean, you cannot match Mumbai Indians, but it is on the day how a team performs. Because if you look at that bowling lineup, when you see Jasprit Bumrah Trent Bolt, followed by Hardik Pandya and our Lord, followed by and whatever missing pieces they had as far as spin bowling is concerned. Now with the arrival of Mitchell Sadner, that is covered as well. So all said and done, all I mean on paper, obviously Mumbai Indians, but you know how a game will pan out on the day. And Delhi Capitals also have some serious players, but they are good. They are big players like KL Rahul will have to take ownership.
Hmm. Bharat, as far as Delhi is concerned, uh, will they have an outside chance? Means because I'm talking about as Mumbai is very much favorite here. But do you think that for Delhi to do something, to make Mumbai Indians, bend down as far as their home ground is concerned? What do you think? What can be the possible combination? Maybe they need something like what Samir Rizvi did, in their first game, or apart from that, there are multiple match winners. But what, according to you, Delhi have to do to beat Mumbai here in Delhi?
Yes, in T20 cricket, you can't really rule out any team. It's shorter the
I'm not
format.
ruling out, but they are
Yeah,
very
you see,
heavily favorites.
I'm just not going against you. Just saying that you can't really rule out any team. So,
Yeah.
secondly, see, it's still a resourceful side. I won't say it is a really bad side as such. You see, if someone like Lungi and Gidi, if he gets a slow type of pitch, the kind of cutters he's bowling with the kind of side spin that he's imparting, the kind of ball that he bowled to someone like Puran. Yes, Puran it was. I think it was an incredible delivery. So he's, I think, in the form of his life. So someone like NGD could really do well if it turns out to be kind of slow pitch. Yes, there are bowlers. Obviously, there is our Aksar Patel, the captain. I think he's a very good bowler in the power play overs. So even if someone like Rohit Sharma is going after the opposition, he's someone I think he can jam down the bat swing with his round arm action. So they have enough resources in their ranks. Someone like I think Tristan Stubbs is matured as a cricketer, and if they lose enough wickets, they still have David Miller coming down the order to kind of shepherd the batting lineup and take them to a pretty good score. So yeah, the one good thing I will add is I think T Natarajan looks fit to me. Last season I think he was kind of struggling with fitness. This season I think he looks fit and he's a kind of bowler who always bowls to the field that he sets. Yes, you can counter me by saying that what is the big deal in it in bowling to the field, but in T20 cricket. The kind of pressure that you're under, I think it makes a difference. So him as a left armer, NGD with all those slower ones, I think they can still do some damage on a given day win this game. Although obviously, as you noted, Mumbai will start as kind of favorites.
Gargi, you have covered Delhi Capitals. Obviously, you have seen the the practice sessions, and apart from that, there are Mumbai Indians also. We have seen multiple clips, beat of Rohit Sharma, beat of Jasprit Bumrah. They are doing all the hard yards, but anything related to, you get to know about when is Will Jacks is coming, and how do you see this game? Means Mumbai Indians obviously favorites, but do you think that Delhi have that in them? Sorry.
I do think so. I do think so. This is a wildly different team than what we saw in 2025. This is a team that is coming in with a lot of confidence. I think the one thing that sets these two teams apart when we talk about DC and MI is going to be Jasprit Bumrah. That's going to be the biggest differentiator here. Apart from that, yes, Mumbai Indians has a lot of champions in them, especially when we talk about someone like a Hardik Pandya, Surya Kumar Yadav, and the others. But at the same time, when you look at Delhi Capitals, for maybe it's looking like a very well balanced side. You have a new opener, you have a good opener in Pathum Nisanka, you have a number 3 in Nitish Rana who's doing well, you have an extra finisher in David Miller, you have someone who can come in and seam the ball. It's in Lungi and Gidi, and T Natarajan is fit again. So these are really positive signs for Delhi Capitals. And remember, Mitchell Stark isn't even back in the squad yet. So when you think about these things, it's a very well-rounded side. On the other hand, if you look at the conditions, it has been raining in Delhi for the past couple of days. And taking a wild guess, of course, the pitch is going to be undercover. So the ball will definitely grip. And maybe today's game will come down to who takes better advantage of the conditions. The sun is out, but it's peaking sun. It's not as if it's been very hot. It's slightly chilly here in Delhi, and it has been raining. It has been it's been gloomy all day. So that's how it
Yeah.
is.
Obviously, last night it was quite a heavy rain as far as the weather is concerned. And I remember last time around also when Mumbai came to practice in Delhi, it was a not a heavy kind of tufan kind of thing, but Rohit Sharma running and Trent Bolt running in the Arun Jaitley Stadium to get back into the Virat Kohli pavilion was little funny on that day. But the second game of the day, Shamikda, how can you stop Vaibhav Suryavanshi? Means Ashish Nehra with his strategy, with his tactics, he'll be waiting for, because last time around also when last year they played, he scored 100 against this quality attack. How can you stop Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Shamikta?
Basically, see, in this format, he is going through he is going through a golden phase. But once again, this format is about hit and miss. The way he plays, he has improved his game by leaps and bounds, and he is on an upward curve. But that not, I mean, I was a bit appalled sometimes. And once again, I say social media gives poison a platform, and social media is basically garbage. Because when after his innings in the first game, some people started comparing him with Sachin Tendulkar, and that was, I mean, less said the better. He is a great talent. He's a fantastic talent. He is a teenager, but Sachin Tendulkar, for God's sake, I mean, don't compare someone with Sachin Tendulkar so easily. But this boy has looks to have a very bright future in terms of as far as shorter format is concerned. Hopefully, and he is an entertainer. At the end of the day, if he connects the
So,
ball, he is an entertainer, and this format needs entertainer, and he is fitting the bill.
definitely.
But one more thing, just I'm digressing a bit, Rohit, and Gargi mentioned T. Natarajan. I am a bit baffled that how come he every time when IPL comes, he resurfaces and then he goes AWOL. He doesn't play domestic cricket. How many domestic matches did he play last term? I mean, I have no idea how many. But once again, when IPL is there, he is here. He has resurfaced. I think BCCI should come up with a policy that unless you are playing a certain number of domestic matches, you won't be eligible to play in the IPL.
I think last time around when the season was on, he was injured during the IPL also. I asked this to Kevin Peterson that in the press conference that why Natarajan is not, because they have spent a good 8-9 crores, as far as Nattu is concerned. But he said that he's not fit. And suddenly after 9-10 games, they came up with Natarajan and then Mohit Sharma was on the bench. So yeah, last time around also. But it's a clear cut point. And I think couple
Aksar
of years
had
ago he went through a knee surgery also.
in
Yes.
the
Yes, indeed.
pre-season press conference, Aksar had confirmed that Natarajan was 100% fit.
Okay. Okay, but Bharat bhai, when you talk about Gujarat Titans, obviously Shubha and I have done the interview with Glenn Phillips also. But do you think that there is a desperate need of someone like a Kumar Kushagra who's done really well in the domestic cricket? And apart from that, it's not only about Kumar Kushagra, but the likes of Rahul Tewatia, Shah Rukh Khan. They high times that they need to give some performance at least. I'm not saying this about Rahul Tewatia, but Shah Rukh Khan means he's been considered as someone who's the best death over finisher as far as the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy is concerned. But I think 3 or 4 years ago he hit that six. Apart from that, I'm not getting anything as far as what Shah Rukh Khan did that we can call him the best finisher in the domestic cricket, and nothing as far as Punjab Kings or now Gujarat Titans is concerned. I think because before this he was with Punjab Kings.
See, one of the things with the Indian batters in domestic cricket is to see how they play against genuine fast bowling. So I have
Hmm.
nothing much against Shah Rukh Khan, but even if you go back in time to Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, maybe it was in 2019-20 season, even then while playing for Tamil Nadu, it seemed as if he has a problem or two against genuine fast bowling. And
Uh,
in 2026, he might have improved a little bit, but I still think he has a problem or two against tall, fast bowlers who kind of bowl back of the length. So I think they have problems in the middle order. Even if you take into consideration Rahul Tiwatia, I understand his role is to perhaps come into bat when you need 20 runs of 8 balls or 10 balls, and then he chips in with two boundaries, and suddenly you win the game. But what will Rahul Tiwatia do if the Rajasthan, if they end up Gujarat Titans, or if Gujarat Titans end up losing 5 wickets for about 60, 70 runs? Can he come in and score 50 of 20 balls? He's done it once long ago, but he has not done it enough times. So Gujarat Titans have a problem somewhere in the middle order. So they can
yes.
look at Kumar Kushagra, or they can look at someone else also. Maybe try to mix up their foreigners list, overseas players list. Try to look at someone like Jason Holder, because Kagiso Rabada, yes, is a great bowler, great test match bowler, but in T20 cricket over the last couple of years, he has not done much. So Jason Holder is a big hitter. He has improved his batting. Yes, I understand that could be an issue or two with his bowling, but still, he's improved his hitting prowess. We saw that in the recent T20 World Cup. So I think they can look at these things. Even if Rabada misses out, they still have a couple of tall, fast bowlers out there who can do the job that Rabada is supposed to do. So this also they can, I think, zoom in whether Jason Holder can come into the playing level.
Yes. Gargi, the last thing, obviously, about when you talk about Rajasthan's batting order, I still think that they have to prove, their middle order, their low middle order have to prove, because obviously we know that Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Yashasvi Jaiswal, they both of them can make things easy for you. But in the likes of, Riyan Parag as new captain, then you have a Dhruv Jurel, you have a Shimran Hetmeyer, you have a Ravindra Jadeja now there. You can have an impact player on Shubham Dubey. But do you think that the real challenges still lies for Rajasthan Royals? Because last time around, they kept on failing, chasing that 6 for 9, 6 for 9, 6 for 9. I think thrice it happened with, Dhruv Jurel on the crease. So do you think that the real victory for Rajasthan Royals is when the team performance come, rather than
Yeah.
with the batting heroics of someone like a Yashasvi Jaiswal or Vaibhav Suryavanshi?
Absolutely. I still think it's very top dependent, especially the openers, Yashasvi Jaiswal and Vaibhav Suryavanshi. So far, have done most of the job,
Yeah.
especially Vaibhav. The way that he's batting, it's like what Abhishek Sharma was doing in the Asia Cup for Team India. It's a similar situation for Rajasthan Royals at the moment. And honestly, you're right. If there are days where Vaibhav Suryavanshi doesn't perform, if Yashasvi Jaiswal doesn't perform, if a Dhruv Jurel is not able to come out and stonk it at a 200 to 20 strike rate, then there's that's when the real challenge begins for Rajasthan Royals, because so far the middle order has been untested, and when you see a Riyan Parag, a Shimron Hetmeyer, a Ravindra Jadeja, because that's where the batting sort of ends. Jofra Archer is not someone who will come in and hit 15 ball 30 or something like that. He can very well, but it's not always going to be that a Nandre Berger or a Sandeep Sharma will come in, or a Ravi Bishnoi will come in and score those runs for Rajasthan Royals. So it's important to see how the batting order performs when a Vaibhav Suryavanshi and a Yashasvi Jaiswal is not performing.
I think that will be the key for Rajasthan Royals. And Shimran Hetmeyer, yes, a wonderful T20 World Cup, but at number 3, his batting position is completely different. So we have to see both of these games. We'll talk about that in detail as far as their previews and reviews are concerned. For that, you need to subscribe to the channel, press the notification bell. Do let us know what you think. Thank you so much for watching this video.